Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Good morning, everyone. I have a special announcement about breakfast to make. It is really important that everyone knows that they need to take at least 3 items for breakfast, and one of them has to be a fruit for it to count. So there are 4 food group points for breakfast, and you need to try and get at least 3 to 4 different points. The main dish is not required and milk is not required, but fruit is required for it to count for us. Let's see if your class can identify which of these objects is the fruit for this breakfast example. Teachers, it is important to note that you can only write the Y for taking a meal if it includes fruit. If they did not take a meal, including fruit, you need to write R for refused. If a student takes an item and does not eat it, they can give it away, but it cannot be returned to the container. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. For lunch today, we're having an orange chicken with broccoli, chicken salad croissant, or sun butter and jelly sandwich with string cheese. We're also having leafy greens, cucumbers, celery sticks, baby carrots, peas, apples, craisins, and mandarin oranges. So lots of fruits and vegetables out there. We have 2 birthdays today, and that is Layla from Miss Mayo's class and Cami from Miss Martin's class. So happy birthday to the 2 of you. So if you don't know, today is Future Friday, which is where we look at different colleges and careers that you could do when you're older. And I actually have a counselor friend from Meeker who loved the Future Friday idea, and she interviewed people from Greeley to find out about their jobs and how they got to be there. So I'm going to insert the video that she made interviewing this person from even our school district, and you'll get to see about his career. Okay, everyone, it's time for another Future Friday where we look into your future to see what kind of careers and colleges are available to you. It's important to know what options you have because knowledge is power, and we want you to know all of the options, including college, trade school, military, employment, technical college. There's so many paths you can take.
Good morning and welcome to Future Friday. We have a guest from District 6 today. We have Chris Simmons, the executive chef. He is responsible for the food that we get to eat in the cafeteria every day. So,
Hi.
Mr. Simmons, what is a typical day like on your job?
You know, one of my main roles is overseeing our central production kitchen, which means that I supervise a staff of about 12 people who do the made from scratch preparation of our school lunches.
What's the most challenging part of your work?
I think the most challenging part of my work is being able to adapt my culinary skills to the volume of food that we produce, which can be up to 15,000 lunches per day.
How did you get to where you are today, and what education, training, or experience would someone need if they wanted to follow in your line of work?
Well, there are a few different paths to getting into a culinary profession. I started off by working on the job as an entry-level cook, and I found that I got really good experience working from the bottom up in the kitchen up to the point of being in management. Once I had mastered that type of cuisine or that restaurant, then I would move on to the next restaurant, get an entry-level position, work my way up and master that method as well. Until I got an apprenticeship to work with an executive chef who put me through a more formal training program at his restaurant. There are other chefs who do a more trade school approach and go to culinary school or a certificate program and get their experience that way. But I think ultimately the best thing to do to learn the culinary field is just to cook and to practice and experiment, make mistakes, and everybody's got to eat, and experiment on your friends and family. They're always some of the best critics, and just try to do what you love. If there's a particular type of food that you like, try to focus on the techniques that make that unique, and try to master something before you move on, and just keep growing your portfolio that way.
What is your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of the job is that I get to help students in our district. I grew up in District 6. I graduated from Northridge High School. I used to eat school lunch, and I know that it hasn't always been the most delicious thing. And I think it's an honor to get to try to work in my community to make school lunch something better than what I had growing up, and something that we can be proud of to feed our kids in the future.
So in our district, students who go to Northridge High School have the opportunity to get some culinary experience in high school. I know you know a little about that program. Can you tell us about it?
So Northridge High School participates with what's called the Pro Start program, which is a collaboration with the National Restaurant Association. It provides a career readiness training in high school to get people ready for a culinary career. They come out with some food safety training. They have opportunities to do some catering within their classes, as well as doing state competitions through the Pro Start program.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us and for keeping everyone fed every day.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.